Hello, Justice. It's Friday, and I don't really have a whole bunch to talk about because not much is going on in my life. I've walked a lot today, this week, in general. I took a shower, which is why my hair's wet. It's like 5:30. I want to play Ark. Um, I am watching you flip out when the screen freezes for Ark, which, I don't blame you for freaking out about that. We've been playing a bit of Ark, a lot of dinosaur stuff, and I've been working on history things and other various things. I got after Josh yesterday because I've mentioned this to you, but I know you don't care because you don't know much about Game of Thrones. But what ended up happening was last night we do on Thursday nights our Game of Thrones RPG, and Josh kind of sort of really screwed up the timeline to the point where I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna look this up and we're going to get this straight because I'm getting tired of you jumping so far ahead. So that was fun. That ended up happening. And that's been interesting to say the least. We actually found a really well done, like somebody went through the entire series and figured out exactly, give or take a few like months or so that's been potentially could be off by, but they went through the entire series and wrote out a legitimate Excel document about the entire thing. It's crazier than EBC's timeline in that aspect, and it has like what series it is in and or what book in the series it's part of, and like there's notes as to what happens in the chapter and etc etc. And it was really weird because we were looking through it last night and Josh was like, holy crap, there's a couple from like the fifth book that actually happened before the third book. And that's where you're like, God, George R. R. Martin doesn't know how to do time. So yeah, there's that, and that was fun. That was interesting, and my character's going to drop a bombshell, I think, on the next session, but it's gonna be fun, because, yay! I am the only character out of the entire original cast that is still alive. Oops. So that's how that's going in that game. We aren't gonna play Star Wars tonight, because more likely than not, Asante is going to be busy. She mentioned that she has classes until 8, which means she has classes until, like, 9 our time, I'm going to assume. That's late for classes. Ugh. But granted, she's also doing medical learning stuff, words I don't know what I'm talking about, but so I can understand why, but at the same time it's like, jeez. I'm slightly hyper. I shouldn't be, but I am. And this week has been relatively decent, and the couch is falling apart. I need to get a sewing kit and fix that, but I haven't yet. But yeah, so that stuff's been going on. Josh and I were talking about Hamilton stuff on our walk. It was a long walk down to freaking campus, and I was an idiot and should have gotten something to drink and then forgot. So that was fun. When we got to campus, we bought 2 water bottles, but the vending machine gave us a third one for free, so I'm not gonna complain. I downed both those bottles and ended up refilling them, and I'm probably gonna refill them again and actually put them in the fridge because it's nice to have water bottles around. So yeah, there's that and other various things. The check went through, or not the check went through, but we got our title taken care of after looking forever for a notary. Gosh, finding notaries is like the bane of my existence because I've had to find one twice now, and the first time I had to do it was when we were first getting our apartment in Oak Hill because my grandpa had forgotten the date for signing off on the lease, and so when he came back, not came back, but when we found out about that, we had to drive up to Pontiac, Michigan, which is through Detroit, which is when we took our trip through Detroit, and we had to find a notary to notarize the fact that my grandpa had signed it and everything, signed the lease off, so that way he could be our co-signer. And it took us forever to find one. We went through like I don't know how many different banks until we finally found a little itty bitty office that had a notary in it. And the same thing happened this time around when I had to find a notary to sign off on my title, going, hey, yeah, this is my title. I'm giving it over to the insurance company because my car is totaled. So that's fun. Um, we walked originally down to our bank, Bank of America, which yeah, they only notarize certain documents, so that was fun. They suggested to either go to the courthouse, or to go, or not courthouse, the city hall, or to go to the bank across the street. We decided to opt to going to the city hall. Went to city hall, not there. Went to the courthouse. Didn't have any luck there, and then walked back to the bank, and we were just like, and managed to find a notary there. We should have just taken that option originally because it was the closest walk. Oh well. Your word for what next for? But your word for next week is bank because I had to be in a bank. I will see you on Monday, and I hope that we have a great weekend. And I hope that we, don't get bogged down with Arc tonight. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And because, since we're not going to play Star Wars, we're going to play with dinosaurs. Exploration! Have a good day.